Greetings. Hello. Oh. Hey, I'm going to tell you about the DeSoto police and the chief, the officer, and what little bit of information I have. So far, I've been stonewalled. So that leaves what they do. Assumptions and presumptions. Some are true and some are false. They make a lot of false assumptions and presumptions in law enforcement. And I'm going to get on with this DeSoto case. DeSoto, Texas police unlawful use of deadly force against a citizen. But give me just a minute to say my PayPal account is Daymond, D-A-Y-M-O-N-D 4040 at yahoo.com. Daymond4040 at yahoo.com. I'll have it in the description thing below. Look, I do the best I can for everybody. I don't ask nobody. I don't charge nobody. I've gave templates to people. I give explanations to people. I do the best I can. And but I'm a Christian man. This is where the need is known, people will help. So I'm letting my need be known. I have a bad tooth. I tried to get it filled in with a dentist. They did the best they could. I'm still having severe nerve damage, which means a root canal or pull it out. And I ain't got enough teeth to afford to lose any more, or I won't be able to eat normally. And I have taken good care of my teeth, but sometimes things are genetics or whatever. Anyway, I'm going to have a root canal, and some places that's $750 to $800, $900. I've got a dentist that'll do it for $500, which is way below the national average, but I need to do it as soon as I can. If you can help me out, I appreciate it. I do have some money, but not enough, and I'll be forced to wait out about 2 more months with a bad tooth. If you've ever had one, maybe you can appreciate it and you'll help me out. Okay, now on to my story. All police, to my knowledge, and if they wasn't, then something's really whack in the police academy these days. Every police officer is taught justifiable use of force, justifiable use of deadly force, when you can and when you cannot. Sometimes when you can doesn't mean you have to. It just means that you have the law backing you up. You have the color of law or the law itself, which are two different things, to back up your liability. Okay? It's funny, it starts in L-I-E, liability. Anyway, I have again tried to reach the chief of police without any success. We have people in the police accountability and First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and Second Amendment audit community that did get the chief of police's very first post. I believe it was on Facebook. Okay? I'm waiting for somebody to send that to me now. But anyway, he went into, from what I understand, without having it read to me word for word, but just kind of summing it up, it basically said, you know, this guy's a troublemaker and yada, yada, yada. Okay. Well, I was in law enforcement 40 years. We had a lot of troublemakers, okay? And I don't know if he said that on there or not, but I've got emails from people to my personal email, which is Daymond4040 at yahoo.com, which is also my PayPal. So some of the people that live in DeSoto that actually seen my video said I should be aware that this kid goes down to the fire station and provokes people. When I say a kid means a goat, a child. But to my understanding, he is of lawful age. However, I can't verify that because the chief of police won't talk to me. I have asked if the second in command or whoever's running internal affairs would talk to me, and if they've sent it to another agency for an outside audit for internal affairs, which sometimes does happen in small agencies, or if it is a crisis management damage control for an agency, for lack of a better word, in the public's eye. If the public lose trust in the law enforcement agency, they might as well shut their doors and go home. Okay, that's just the way it is, and we've always been taught that. So you do not want the public at large to have a bad taste. Yeah, you know, I don't care. I've been a chief of police multiple times. There's always going to be 3, 4, 10, 20, 50 people that think that you're rotten, you're sorry, and you're no good because you don't see something the way they see it. However, 90% of the public or more does, okay? And it seems like it makes logical sense to do what I did. And I believe I could back it up. There are always going to be naysayers. You know, most police departments, if you can get 75, 80% of the general public behind you, you're doing a great job. But sometimes, just because they're behind you, they don't know what's behind the veil. They don't know what's really going on. And what I can tell you is, when a chief of police or a sheriff refuses himself to be interviewed about something, or he refuses for a second in command or a captain, somebody with high rank, to come out and interview about it, or for me to submit a questionnaire that's maybe got 12 to 20 questions on there, and they can say yes or no, and they can explain, or they can give a written statement to me as a news media outlet and a police accountability outlet that goes across the country, most especially through Texas. They should know, and I'm a retired chief of police. I'm a retired chief deputy constable, okay? I served as a U.S. Marshal and Texas Ranger, okay? So the point is, if anybody would give them benefit of the doubt, it would be me. But in all my years of internal investigations, internal affairs investigations within an agency, or helping another agency investigate an officer, or voluntary statements as to acts I've seen other officers do, throughout my career, I've never seen anything like this, okay? Again, we were taught, if somebody is, quote, pissing you off, upsetting you, causing turmoil for you as an individual officer, for your agency, for other city workers. We've had kids on bicycle, and when I say kids, that means a goat. Look it up. But that's in our vernacular. I just say it because I'm a word mage and a wordsmith, and I always study words and their meanings. Okay, and how government corrupts words and meanings. You know, just like the word work has been turned into a government word. So, getting right back to the story, if you have a problem person, that's what they call it, a problem person or a problem child, then you deal with it. But there is a process of dealing with it. If they are mentally deficient, which some people claim this young man is mentally deficient off his medications, if that's the case, then they can go to a judge and they can get an involuntary commitment order for him to be evaluated and treated where he is not a threat to himself or others. So if that police officer thought he was a threat to him or somebody else and he had psychological issues, then he had a duty not to pull his weapon to try and kill him or use lethal force against him, which is unjustifiable in this particular video. It's just no denying it. Then he would have taken him into custody. And if he wanted to, he could have. He could have handcuffed him, put him in the car, took him down to see a judge, and had him on a law enforcement mandatory commitment. Sorry. I don't keep notes. Anyway, and if necessary, then they could have got a judge's order to keep him for 30 days, and he could have been sent to Rusk, down in Rusk, Texas, State Mental Hospital, or Terrell State Mental Hospital, about 20 miles out of Dallas. The other one's like 120 miles out of Dallas, and have him for observation. Or they may have sent him to Dallas County Community Hospital, Parkland, where President Kennedy was also taken. It's the for lack of a word, the welfare hospital. But they got some of the most advanced systems there are, and they deal with mental health pretty well over there from what I'm told. He could have been taken there and committed, or whatever their process is there in Dallas County. Okay, I've also called the district attorney's office in Dallas, who said they cannot comment on it. And I said, well, can you not comment on it because it's under investigations? Or can you not comment on it because the elected district attorney tells you not to comment on it? Which is it? No comment. So therefore, more stonewalling. My next action is going to be to call Ken Paxton, the Attorney General for Texas, and see what he says. Now, it would be my opinion, since the DA in Dallas doesn't want to do nothing, the Chief of Police doesn't want to do nothing, you all should call the Attorney General's office and demand an investigation of this officer, this chief of police, and this agency. Now, I can't see how there's no way known to me. And the chief of police, when he did post it originally, and then when he heavily redacted it and put out another post to save liability, I'm sure somebody in the city or the city attorney or somebody said, hey, chief, you better take that down. We got a lot of liability there, because if this guy is a troublemaker, then you have a duty to deal with him in a lawful manner, not pull a gun on him and threaten to kill him when he's more than 20 foot away from you. He doesn't apparently have any gun or knife. You know that he just eggs people on, so you have a loose cannon officer out there that is drawn down and played into this. If you have an officer that cannot control his emotions and is going to pull a gun on somebody because he agitates him, aggravates him, and pisses him off, then that officer needs to go for an evaluation and probably discipline and be criminally charged, okay? You can't let somebody get your goat, as it were, and piss you off to the point that you're going to pull a gun on them. That can't happen. There is no justification. Listen to me. There is no justification. This is bullcrap. Bullcrap, bullcrap, bullcrap. Okay? And, by the way, I realized that just a word out. People like David over at News Now Houston, and people like SDXA Press, and PNP News, and certain other people, just like Bama Camera, they use a time-honored methods, and they are becoming the fathers and grandfathers of police accountability and First Amendment audits, Second Amendment audits, Fourth Amendment audits, and so forth, okay? They're getting to be the granddaddies in this thing. Oh, Texas Sheepdog. Don't want to forget you. They are using the law precisely. They are doing really great audits, but some of these younger auditors that are like between 18 and 22, 23, some of them are getting a little fast and loose. They're getting cocky. They're getting arrogant. And I promise you, as I live and breathe, okay, there's some cop or cops or some agency out there in Texas or wherever else you go, but so far it's been Texas, and you know who I'm talking to. You've been doing a great job. I'm not going to put your name out there. You know who you are. You've been doing a great job, but a little bit of success has run you wild, and now you're getting cocky and arrogant. And there's going to be some cop that knows the law like the back of his hand, and he's going to find some way to hook you up. And it's going to stick, and you're going to wind up with some attorney that can't get you out of it. Now, if you do the things that these other guys are doing, and somebody tries to hook you up, you're going to unhook them, and you're going to win a lawsuit, a very healthy lawsuit. But if you're cocky and you're arrogant, believe me, if it comes time for criminal charges, a jury's going to look at that. And there's jury nullification and jury standardification, at least what I call it. They're going to stand with the police no matter what, and they're going to convict you. Okay? So I'm telling you, back down, little brother. Do what you did. Do it like you used to do it. Change your ways. I love you. Peace and joy to all of you. And please, if you can, help me with my PayPal account so I can work on my dang tooth. And if you love me because of who I am. If you hate me because of who I am. I can't change that. But I love you. Okay? I love all of you. And I pray God bless all of you in a great and mighty way. Have a blessed day in Jesus. And I will continue to follow this, but people have urged me and urged me and urged me, so I just said, I'm going to come out. Don't forget, call Ken Paxton's office, Attorney General of Texas, today and every day until we get a result. I think Ken will do the right thing. I know people that are very good friends of his, and I've been told if he gets the message, he will deal with it. Okay? That's all I can say about it. I know a lot of people, but I don't put names out there or I lose my sources. Thank you. God bless you.